What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to another Rocket Punch Army review. We have the Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Cyclonus. This is a Voyager size figure, as you can see here. It's got a nice window box. Love the graphics here on the left. We look at the back here. You'll see him in robot mode, alternate mode, and you'll see a combination here called, according to this, Galvatronus, which consists of Cyclonus, Skydive, Air Raid, Drag Strip, and Breakdown. This set includes a Cyclonus with a crooked faction logo. You get a card here with a little plastic sleeve. You also get this weapon here, which looks like a big gun that splits into a little gun and a little shield, like you would borrow from a little sister or something. And here is the instruction booklet, all right, which we all know what that looks like if you're familiar with Transformers. Anyway, so moving on to Cyclonus here. This guy is a redeco and retool of Silverbolt, which is also part of the Combiner series, okay? They did a few changes here to make him look like Cyclonus. I think they did a great job, actually. I did get a chance to see this guy over at Toy Fair this year, where they had a painted prototype, and I was kind of hoping the purple would look like it did in the prototype. It doesn't, but they've actually used a nice metallic purple for this, which is okay. So we're going to attach the weapon here and the shield I was just showing you before, just so you can see what that looks like. And the shield does not want to go in. There we go. Now, while he looks alright with those weapons, I would have preferred this guy right here. We all know who that is. Alright, but this is what we have. We're going to check out the articulation. Same as Silverbolt. We have the head here, which is on a ball joint, but due to the design of his weird head, not really much going on. You can look to the right, to the left. We got the shoulders here. Ooh, nice ratchets. First time I've had the pleasure of ratcheting those. Very nice and loud. Then you got the ratchets also right here, which are nice and sturdy and loud. It's a little bit hindered by the wing, but as you saw, you can just move the wing away to really turn it around. You get a bicep swivel. You get the elbows here, and unfortunately the hands do not spin. They are just molded the way that you see here with the holes to save on plastic. And there's no waist, unfortunately, due to the design of the transformation. We do have ratcheted, very soft ratcheted hips that go out and in. We do have the thigh swivel. The leg does go forward, nicely ratcheted also. I'm loving the ratchets on this guy. We have the knee here, which unfortunately does not ratchet. It's got a double hinge here, the top of the knee and the bottom of the knee. And while there is no ankle tilt, the feet are kind of molded on an angle as it is. Most of the toys I grew up with were from the 80s, so I'm used to blocky, big robots, you know, and things with lots of kibble and everything. I don't think this guy looks too bad. A lot of people may beg to differ. You know, the back does have most of the vehicle form here, but I think it looks great. I mean, no one plays with their toys from behind. But from the front really does a great job of looking like Cyclonus. I really do like the sculpt here. Look at that face, guys. Look at that face. And that's what I mean by the crooked Decepticon faction logo. It's not that bad, but it could have been a little bit better. The silvers are really nice on this guy too. There's actually gray plastics and there's also silvers. You can pretty much distinguish where the plastics are and where the silvers are. And a very slight little gold piece right there. You get dark purple shoulders, dark purple feet here. You get some red detailing here on the sides, and you get some dark purple paint here. And I did notice a faction logo here on the leg also, which is very nicely done. Now, nice as those details may be, I think my favorite one is the way those red eyes just stare at you. Now, I know the box shows him with his wings back, and that would allow better articulation in the shoulder, but this is the way Cyclonus is supposed to look like to me. Having him this way is like the robot equivalent of when you hang out with your wang out, when you rock out with your... So anyway, we're going to do a scale comparison. Now, contrary to popular belief, I don't own a lot of Cyclonus toys. I don't even have the G1, but here's a classic style there for you guys to check out. And the only other one I have that I know of is the KFC Tempest, which is a cool figure if you can get it to stand. And as you can see, I cannot get it to stand. There you go. And for nonsensical scaling, we do have Cyclonus here with the Soul Chogokin Venus A. And the only reason I wanted to show you guys is because she has missile boobies. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do, guys, is transformation to get him in his space vehicle jet kind of mode. Alright, so the first thing we do is... Wow, they actually pulled it off. I can't believe it. At least from the top. It does look like Cyclonus in his fighter mode. When we look down here, it's sort of like Silverbolt, where it's just a big robot just slapped down on there. But again, you know, it depends if stuff like that bothers you. I don't really play with my toys, and I don't even really keep my Transformers in an alternate mode, so just knowing that it looks like this from the top, which is, to me, the most important part, it's fine. But I could understand why people would be annoyed by this. It's a little lazy. At least they even bothered to put some landing gear, sort of. It doesn't roll or anything, but it's here, and then you got the two little wheels right back here to support it. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of scale comparison here. We're going to grab a Voyager Roadbuster here, and then we're also going to grab a deluxe crosscut, then a Masterpiece wheel jack just because. Now we take a look-see down here. You do see a little peg. You can obviously peg them down here. It looks a little strange, but if you peg it here, it's not so bad because it doesn't stick out from beneath the vehicle form. So even if you're standing on a table or something, this gun is still in the right spot. And you can also do the same with the shield. It kind of gives it a more wingy look there. All right, so let's get them in combiner mode. And here's Cyclonus in his combiner mode, which pretty much looks like Galvatron with his legs lopped off and in a straitjacket. Now, contrary to popular belief, I don't own every single Transformer there is, so I'm going to have to cheat a little bit and just use the deluxe figures that I already have to make a combiner out of this guy. But that's what makes Combiner Wars awesome, is that you can really put together any kind of robot you want. Just use your imagination. For me, this is what it's going to be. Alright, so let's take a look here. It's not the most attractive, but at least it gives you an idea of how this setup works with the Cyclonus there in the middle, which is now Galvatron. So here's a little weird Galvatronus for you guys. And with that being said, guys, it brings us to the end of the review. If you're enjoying the videos, please subscribe. If you want to super support the channel, there's a little button up there that you can use. If you want to pick these guys up, I've got all of mine from BBTS. There's a link in the description. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will try and get back to you as soon as possible. Until next time, bye-bye.